Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather. Welcome to Pink Zebra Reads, and welcome back if you've been here before. Today I have for you my part of my August TBR. I'm not going to show you all the books that I'm going to be reading because it's August. It's my birthday month. I'm probably going to buy some books for my birthday this coming Friday. It's also payday for me. So and here is my new TBR jar. I redid the entire thing. It has like over 200 books in here, I want to say, so it's gonna take a while for me to get through my TBR jar this time around. But I have 10 books here that my friend Lori over at the Chatty Bookworm picked for me to read, and I did not include this stack of books in my TBR jar because I am 100% going to get through all of these books this month. I have one on here that we're buddy reading, and I also have another one on here that I'm buddy reading with Drew, maybe possibly 2 or 3 that I'm buddy reading with Drew. One on here that I can't believe that I have not read yet because I've read almost all of her other things. But I'm going to be picking 10 books out of my TBR jar. Going to be showing you the 10 books that I have sitting here beside me, and my goal for this month, since it is ARC August, is to read 40 ARCs. I want to achieve 100% on my new NetGalley account because I don't have access, or didn't have access to my older one, so I restarted, and I want to read all of the ones on there to get to 100%. I only have like 18 books on there, but I'm currently reading one, and then the sequel, I'm reading Sword of Seven Sins, and Siege of Seven Sins comes out on the 3rd, so I have like 2 days to read both of them. And yeah, so I'm going to get started. My first book that Lori picked for me to read was All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. And as you guys can see, I still left the sticker on there. I got this at Books A Million for $4.97. I used to like binge read Colleen Hoover, but I used to have Ugly Love on my shelf, and I never read it, and I was trigger warned for domestic violence or domestic abuse in that one. So I just unhauled it due to some circumstances that I've dealt with in my life. But yeah, All Your Perfects is the last book that I have of hers on my shelf, and I guess I'm going to be reading it this month. Which, I mean, it is kind of perfect because the majority of these are fantasy that I'm going to be reading, and it is August. It's the end of the summer, so. The next book that I have on my shelf that Lori picked for me was Spin the Dome by Elizabeth Lim, and I know she has 6 Crimson Cranes that is coming out or has just came out, and I have not read Spin the Dome yet, so I'm going to read Spin the Dome, and I don't know anything about this book at all, like nothing. I'm just kind of skimming over the synopsis. This sounds interesting. So I may listen to this one on audiobook if I can find one. The next book that she picked out for me, I've had my eye on for the last few weeks. I do have this one on audiobook, so I'm definitely going to be listening to it as I skim through it, and it is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This book is extremely heavy to be a pickback, but there is, like, if I can find, let's see, little illustrations and things like that in the book as you read it, and I just feel like, and then there's also like a blog post type thing, so it's multimedia, but I'm definitely interested in reading this book. I want to get more into adult books, and seeing as Friday I will be 24. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one, and I'm probably gonna listen to this one while I buddy read the next one with her. So today we start Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpredo, and my friend Drew over at Drew is Reading, I believe is his channel name, is reading the ending to this series, the trilogy, this month. So I am starting it while he is finishing it. But yeah, me and Lori are going to be buddy reading this. We're going to be reading like 8 chapters a day starting today, so I still need to tab it up, but it's definitely going to be interesting as this one has been sitting on my shelf for quite a while. Then I am also participating in Read-a-thon this month, and they have different challenges, but I don't have like the picture or anything to show you guys, but they have different challenges, so definitely go look them up. It's a read-a-thon all month long, and I know one of the challenges is to finish a series, and I am going to be reading Imagine Me by Tara Maffey to finish out the Shadow Me series. I am excited to finally get finished with her series and see how it all ends up. The next 2 books are Book of the Month picks that she picked for me, and anyways, the first book that she picked for me is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James from my Book of the Month shelf. It's a thriller. I don't know much about it at all. And then the next book is possibly going to be a buddy read with Drew, and that is Anna K. I know the sequel has came out recently to this one, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be listening to lots and lots of audiobooks this month. But there's Anna K. The next book is Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. Me and Drew may also buddy read this. Drew, let me know if you're still 100% on buddy reading this month. Let's see. The next to last book that Lori picked for me is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is the sequel to This Savage Song and the conclusion to that duology. But yeah, it's pretty big, but I'm sure it's going to be a quick read because all of her books are quick reads for me, except for Addie LaRue. That one was a little bit slow, and I didn't really care for that one. But yeah, Our Dark Duet. And then the last book that Lori picked for me and Drew are 100% going to buddy read because we've had this on our shelves for way too long, and it was an Owl Crate book, like 2018, 2019. That is Amber and Dusk by Lyra Celine. I had the audiobook for it on my Audible account, but I can't access it anymore. So this is going to be interesting. But yeah, Amber and Dusk. And now it is time for my 10 TBR jar picks. I'm not going to go over to the shelf and like actually pick the book out because this TBR is already almost 10 minutes long. But yeah, guys, I'm going to shake it up and pick 10 books. The first book that I picked out is The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. This is another Book of the Month pick and another pretty big chunker of a book, but yeah, it's Fountains of Silence. Here we go, pick number 2. I'm trying to mix it all up here. I tried to do that. Oh, well, those are all stuck together. And I dropped them anyway, so. The next one is going to be Infinity Sun by Adam Silvera. So I'll be starting a couple series this month, but there's Infinity Sun. Pick number 3 is, oh no, no, it's a collection of short stories by somebody whose name I cannot pronounce, but it is Eye of the Oracle. That one will probably go towards the end of the month, because it's like 600 pages itself. Pick number 4 is going to be a book that I was supposed to read last month, but I didn't get a chance to. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which is awesome because it's still back here on my floor in my July TBR pick pile. Alrighty then. So I'll be reading at least one classic this month. The next book that I picked out, we are on pick number 5, so we're halfway there, is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. Mr. Penumbra's. And I've had that one for quite a while. So, pick number 6. I've already opened it, so I might as well get it off of here. And that is Reverie by Ryan LaSalle. Or LaSala. Yeah. I'm excited for that one too. But, there we go. Reverie. Let's see. So we have 4 more picks. This is pick number 7. Well, 3 more picks. Pick number 7 is, if I can get it open, The Dating Plan, which is another book of the month. I'm going to have like no book of the month at the end of this month. So The Dating Plan. And that one is by Sarah Desai. There is one book of the month that I really hope I pick out of here, but I doubt I will this month. I will pick this one. This is pick number 8. And I'm starting another fantasy series this month because I picked out Sorcery of Thorns. Pick number 9, y'all. It's getting real. I can't seem to just pick out one. Let's see what pick number 9 is. I'm reading 2 classics this month. I picked out Arabian Nights. So, yeah, I've already got it tabbed up, but I have the Barnes & Noble edition of it. And the final pick of the month is drumroll please. I do believe this is the first book in the series, but just in case, I'm gonna repick this one because I have to look it up. So yeah, I'm gonna stick this one right here for right now so I don't repick it again. And the last book that I'm gonna be reading is, well, Charlie St. Cloud. So I had some older books on my shelf as well. Rosie, what are you doing? Older books on my shelf that like I had stuck beside my two two main shelves, and I went through the stack and picked out books that I wanted to read and picked books that I just didn't really care for anymore. And so yeah, guys, these are my 20 physical books that I'm going to be reading this month. Besides, I have some library books that I also have to read, and I'm going to be picking more up tomorrow. But since this video is such a long video, I am going to cut it off here now, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!